We just got another one of the hottest years on record.
That's a classic.
God, I'm sorry, I'm getting sucked back into this. This debate was 2 months ago. I want to be polite because I enjoyed the conversation. But God, his political understanding is unbelievable. Like, what was the problem with the Soviet Union and communism? And he says redistribution because taxes are too high. Redistribution. It's like the conservative critique. It's like somebody took conservatives under Reagan, calling Democrats communists their whole lives, and then pretended that the democratic communism that exists in the United States was the same as the communism of the Soviet Union. Wait, what the fuck? Deepak, thanks for the 700 viewer host. Oh my God, sorry. Oh God, I'm getting sucked back into remembering these unbelievable arguments. The central problem for people that care, the central problem with like socialism and shit isn't redistribution or taxes. Taxes have nothing to do with socialism. You retarded conservative fucks. The problem with socialism are like planned or command economies. That's the issue. It's not redistribution.
Leftist argument.
Why wouldn't Putin, why wouldn't Xi Jinping, why wouldn't anybody else in the world call this out if it was as horrible as it was?
There are plenty of people attempting to call
Nobody
out
credible.
You really think that you're in a position to evaluate the scientific credibility of the trials for the vaccines, do you? Hello, everyone. I'm here today talking to Stephen Bunnell, known professionally and online as Destiny. He's an American streamer, debater, and political commentator. He really came to my attention, I would say,
Isn't the problem that the redistribution is at gunpoint? No, it has nothing to do with redistribution. There is no redistributing in like socialism and communism. Well, I mean, there kind of is, but it's not. That's not. When we think of redistribution in the West, we're thinking of taxing people and then giving that money back in the form of like government subsidies or government welfare, right? When you're talking about more socialized or communistic systems or whatever, you're talking about changing the inputs and the outputs of your economy, and you're talking about having these directed by a central government or bureau. And in an idealized form, you're talking about a ownership of the actual capital itself by the workers. None of this is redistribution. Like in a very abstract form, you can call it redistribution, but chances are if you call it redistribution, it's because you don't understand any of the models at play. You don't understand the capitalistic model or the socialist model.
Consequence of the discussion he had with Ben Shapiro and Lex Friedman, and I decided to talk to him, not least because it's not that easy to bring people who are identified, at least to some degree, with the political beliefs on the left into a studio where I can actually have a conversation with them. I've tried that more often than you might think. And it happens now and then, but not very often. So today we talk a lot about, well, the differences between the left and the right and the dangers of political ideology per se and the use of power as opposed to invitation and all sorts of other often heated and contentious issues. And so...
Can you give a concrete example of how the command economy falls short? Well, yeah, every country that's tried. If your inputs and outputs are being determined by like a central body trying to figure out who needs what, you're just way less ability. You have less of an ability to be responsive to changing conditions on the ground, basically. As people want different things, as money shifts around, as opportunities become available for whatever, there could be a variety of ways that this functions. Government policy can lag behind what a market would solve in a very quick, real-time manner. By the way, I'm not saying markets are perfect. I'm not going to hedge that, though. If you think I'm saying that, drink bleach.
You're welcome to join us. And
I think Destiny's just using a different definition. Wait, hold on. Am I getting triggered? Wait. Destiny, you need to understand he's talking about the redistribution of food if you're talking about the Soviet Union. No, I don't think he is, but we'll get there. Could you call Amazon a form of planned economy? No.
I was happy to have the opportunity to do this. So I guess we might as well start by letting the people who don't know who you are get to know who you are with a little bit more precision. So why have you become known, and how has that developed?
It's a pretty broad question.
Destiny presumes that the government has the people's best interest in mind. No, oh Wolfie. What a hilariously, naively, retarded fuck way to view other people or to view the world. The government doesn't have the people's best interest. The government is composed of a bunch of people, or comprised of a bunch of people that want to win elections. Now, typically you do this by adhering to what people want. But you could also find ways to do it that doesn't adhere to what people want. There are sneaky, weird things. But the same thing can be said for corporations as well. If you truly want to level up to the next level of being a thinking human being who's not a sheep fuck that just follows whatever stupid fuck online influencer you happen to watch the most of, okay? Understand this. Everybody has incentives. Very rarely are those incentives make the world a better place for everybody. That's true of corporations. That's true of the government, okay? Everybody has incentives. They respond to them predictably. You just try to follow where the incentives go, and then you try to construct a system where the incentives hopefully point you in the right direction, okay? That's what Adam Smith was talking about when he talked about the invisible jerk off, okay? Is you have a hand that sneaks into your pants that you can't see, that nobody can see, and it jerks you off as long as you're sitting in the right position. And sitting in the right position means that you have all of the particular externalities accounted for with government policy. It means you've got all of the particular capital rules and all of the particular government restrictions set up so that when people are jerking you off, okay, they're not going to come everywhere, right? That's what it means. Thoughts on the most recent Bridge episode? It was good. The Ryan guy was fun to chat with. There's still things I can clean up for the studio and appearance and everything, but no, I thought it was good.
Come known.